It's way better for you than cigarettes. No studies have found any long-lasting health consequences, and it's really no different than getting drunk. These are just a few of the excuses that I've heard firsthand when it comes to recreational marijuana use. Unfortunately, these statements are believed to be true by a startling number of adolescents, including myself, until recently when I stumbled upon a research publication that outlined the true consequences of this popular drug. In multiple research studies, marijuana has been linked to to the development of several mental health disorders. Therefore, it should be more strongly regulated. Today, I'd like to share with you recent statistics about the drug's popularity, how marijuana has changed over time, some of the health consequences it can have, and why we aren't hearing about any of these negative outcomes. So marijuana usage is by no means a new discussion. A lot of you probably rolled your eyes when you heard the topic of this speech. However, its usage has grown exponentially since its legalization in 2012. With a current 78 million Americans saying that they've tried the drug at least once. About 35 million Americans, or 22% of the American population, uses marijuana approximately once a month, if not more, according to a 2017 article published in the Washington Post. The average age that individuals begin smoking is found to be approximately 15.8, according to a research article published in the September 2013 issue of Health and Behavior. Many advocates for the plant aren't surprised by these numbers. In fact, a common argument is that the numbers haven't increased much since its last popular streak in the 60s and 70s. So what's the difference? Well, unfortunately, marijuana smoked by older generations has transformed completely. Most notably, the THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol, content of the active ingredient in marijuana has changed notably, from 4.6% in the 1960s to now between 25 and 30%, depending on the strain. This is the equivalent of taking that glass of beer you're drinking and replacing it entirely with 40% vodka. In addition to changing THC content, other things have been added, like fillers and in some places contaminants, according to a 2015 article posted in Forbes. These changes are largely due to a more technologically advanced agricultural system and a lack of regulation upon the drug. So if the marijuana that's being smoked now is being smoked more frequently and is about 7 times more potent, what consequences does this have on our health? Well, we've established that the mean age of people that begin smoking is around 15. During this time, the brain is in the middle of one of the most important growth periods of a person's life and is therefore very susceptible to chemical contaminants. As the brain matures, it develops millions of neural connections, which can be severed with frequent THC exposure. Pathways that have been shown to exhibit damage include those that are important for learning, those that are important for decision making, and those that are important for awareness. What's even more concerning is that dulling the impairment of these pathways has been linked to development of disorders such as depression and anxiety, which some weed companies have claimed to be able to treat. More notably, high THC levels have been led through several research studies to be strongly linked to the development of schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is defined by the American Psychiatry Association as a long-term mental disorder involving a breakdown of thought, emotion, behavior, and eventually mental fragmentation. The connection is so strong that psychiatrists for years now have used to diagnose schizophrenia THC exposure as a biomarker. So why is this not being discussed? Why am I and so many others surprised when we hear that this popular and in most places legal drug has so many health consequences? Well, it all depends on who controls the message. And those that control the message are being paid quite well. In fact, Colorado, since the legalization of weed in 2012, Colorado has made over $950 million in tax revenue, according to its Department of Revenue page. While this has a very positive impact on Colorado's economy, it serves as an arguing point towards legalization. It also makes us wonder, how big exactly is this marijuana market, and how is it being regulated? However, as we have seen, research has indicated that Research has indicated if the drug continues its recent transformations, we will be seeing additional health consequences in the coming years. In conclusion, today we've discussed the growing popularity of marijuana among adolescents. We looked at how the drug has changed over time and some of the effects this might have on adolescent brain maturation and development of mood disorders. While there are certain positive aspects to marijuana, such as increased economic value, at the moment the market needs stronger regulations in place. Otherwise, strains of this drug will continue to be detrimental towards brain maturation in adolescents. Thank you.